Misawa, Arakou, Niinga, Reverend Aloha, and welcome to my thoughts on recent events in Kenya and recent events in Luo land in particular. I know the Luo fairly well. I married one, so I do know. And I know that these are difficult times. But I also know that the Luo people are very resilient, naturally hopeful, and also kind and generous. The Luo, in my experience, both in Kenya and overseas, have a reputation for honesty and integrity. And given the recent election, for which there are a lot of understandably bad feelings, and I'm certainly with you on that, we have to try to step back and put it into a much larger context. Instead of reacting to the immediacy of it, if you can, attempt to step back and zoom out and place it in its proper place, perhaps in the context of 100 years or 500 years. And then you may get a sense that your ancestors also suffered. They also had trials and tribulations. And they persevered. They did not become embittered. They continued, because the Luo culture is a culture of hope. It really is. Now, how do we translate that into something for 2022 and beyond? How do we put the word out to the world that, unlike a lot of other places in the world and unlike a lot of other people, whether in Kenya or elsewhere, the Luo people are honest, trustworthy, have integrity, and they're kind. I think that's the strength. That's the greatest strength, I would say, of the Luo people. And it's something that as a people it can be branded, if you will. It could become your brand when marketing for tourism or even trade or economics or economic development or business relationships. I think it's very important for the Luo people to somehow institutionalize their honesty, their reputation for honesty and integrity, and to showcase it to the world. Certainly you can showcase it to the rest of Kenya too, but they already know. But the world does not. The world does not. And I'm from, I've lived in countries, and I'm from a country that values integrity, and we do not like corruption of any sort. So that's my encouragement. My encouragement is to zoom out and remember your ancestors and what they went through, and they kept hope alive. You can too. And my last argument would be that you can market your cultural honesty to the world in every way you can imagine. So I think that is it for me for now. I wish you all well, and I wish you a good evening. Oriti.